Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the week of May 18th. We're going to be looking briefly at the astrology of the week to help you prepare. And also, we're pulling a pick a card reading. And you get to decide right now whether you want message number one or message number two. So, I like to take a sip of my coffee, close my eyes, take a deep breath. Welcome in the energy of the week and tune into which message is for you. Is it message number one? Is it message number two? Let your body guide you. Okay, so with that, let's go ahead and get started with the tarot. I've already shuffled quite a bit, but let's give it one more shuffle. I pulled two cards for each message. For those of you who are new to the channel, welcome. It's the flow frequency, and here we do all things flow for women leaders, women entrepreneurs, primarily learning how not to allow our nervous system to take a hold of us and drive the car, right? But really drive the car from ourselves, from our intuition, from our purpose, and from our deep knowing of who we are and what we're here to do. So with that, welcome. And let's get flowing. Okay, we had our first card reveal itself. Let's go ahead and pull the second one for message number one. Okay, and then let's take a look at message number two. I hope you all had a wonderful week, a wonderful Taurus new moon. Ooh, I felt it. That Taurus new moon is really asking us to think about our financial security, our values, what's important to us, how we want to move into the future, the kind of life we want to live, right? And sometimes that means when we look at that so deeply, what needs to leave? What do we need to cut out? And what do we need to really hone in on so that we are focusing on the right things? So hopefully some of you took advantage of that energy and had some of those deeper forward thinking thoughts. All right, let's talk about what we've got going on here. So those of you who picked message number one, the first card out is the Four of Swords. Okay, and this is really about quieting the mind and resting, meditating, going within. Okay, the beginning of this week is actually perfect for this. And you also have the Page of Wands. Okay, so quieting the mind, not going a million miles an hour, giving yourself time and space to think, to connect to your heart is going to allow you to really start something new. Think about what you want to create, the message you want to share. And sometimes we, if we're wanting to start something new or we have an itch for something, we got to quiet the mind in order to get the right answer, right? In order to know which way to go, how to do it. And so I think this week, by finding time to quiet our minds, rest, and allow our intuition to really spark that idea, that passion, you're going to then be able to move forward with that idea. Okay. So it's that powerful combination that you're going to be working on. I also feel like you could be receiving a message from somebody that could be very important. So keep your ears open to people reaching out via text, calling you, and maybe sharing an idea with you. Okay, that may be important. All right, so those of you who chose message number one, that's your message. For those of you who chose message number two, we start out with the Four of Wands. Okay, now the Four of Wands is about taking a passion, an idea, and really pushing it forward, right? Starting to create that foundation for that idea. The Four of Wands is also a beautiful message for those of you in a relationship or a partnership that is solid and really moving forward toward a deeper commitment. Okay. I like to look at these messages both personally and professionally. So it's up to you to decide what this message means, right? Are you in a loving relationship that is moving forward, that you're hoping will move forward and really grow deep roots? This could be the message for you. But perhaps some of you are also beginning to partner with others and collaborate with others. And if that's the case, this is a good sign that it's moving in the right direction. Okay. Now, you also have the devil. So a little bit of caution here. Okay, a little bit of caution in what I feel is if this is a business message, that you want to make sure you're dotting your I's and crossing your T's, okay? That you're getting your fair share, that there's equity, there's responsibility, and no one is out to take advantage of the other. So really tune into your intuition with that as well. Okay. But with the Four of Wands, there's something really good happening, something solid moving forward, but keep your ego in check. Okay. Keep your ego in check and make sure that you're not saying yes to something where you really want to say no. Okay. Keep everything clear and review all contracts before you sign them, etc. If this is love, this could go two ways. This could be a very passionate, sexual relationship that feels good. And who am I to say anything negative about that? Okay, so there could be a deep, deep attraction happening. That's also one of the reasons why this relationship is moving forward. For others of you, you want to be cautious, right? Because the devil can reflect a relationship where there's a lot of self-interest and maybe toxicity. This did not come in reverse, so I'm not really worried. I think it's more that you're having a lot of fun. And so just have fun, okay? Allow yourself to do it. Allow yourself to be immersed in the yumminess of the relationship, and let it be what it is. Okay, so with that, let's look at the astrology for the week ahead. You know, I really see it kind of like starting slow and then moving into action. So Monday today is really a day to go a little bit slower, to tune into yourself, to be steady, and to only do what is necessary. Don't push yourself too hard. We're still coming off that new moon in Taurus, which had a lot. It asked a lot of us. It asked us to look at our finances. It asked us to look at our heart and soul and what we want our future to look like, what we want our homes to feel like, what we want our work to bring us from a place of deep purpose. We're still in that energy. Okay. Mars is in Taurus. So the sign of taking action is going a little bit slower today. And Venus and the moon are in Cancer, and Cancer is the mother. It's yummy. It's about nourishment. It's about family. It's about steadying ourselves and nourishing ourselves. So today's the day to tune in and only focus on right action, only what needs to get done, and don't overdo it. And then our curiosity, our creativity, and our passion starts to amplify on Tuesday. Okay, so that yumminess on Monday is going to serve us and ask us to open up our minds a little bit more, get a little creative, maybe go deeper into our spiritual practices, okay, which could also be very creative and tap us into our intuition. So pay attention to that on Tuesday. Give yourself some space and time for that. It's a wonderful day for love and for relationships. We have Venus sextiling Mars. So there's opportunity there, opportunity to light the fire. Okay. And also light the fire in your ideas and in your business, and take that a little bit deeper, merging with that creativity of Mercury sextiling Neptune. Okay, Mercury is also trining Pluto, so something wants to be created, something from the depth of your soul wants to be brought to the surface, to the mind, to the throat, so you can communicate it. Share a truth. Do a social media post, okay, that comes from deep inside of you. That could go viral. You never know. So Tuesday is a very creative, very love filled, passionate filled day. Okay, take advantage of that. Wednesday, we start to then focus on getting things done, doing things the right way, amplifying all of this energy and taking more action. There's a little more tension in the air and a little more urgency, maybe even some shocking surprises or things coming out of the blue that take us into action or even change our path. This can happen. Okay. So, we have Venus semi-sextiling Uranus as well as Mars, because Venus and Mars are, close by. So they're both semi-sextiling Uranus. Love could surprise you. Money can show up out of nowhere. And you could have an idea that just you want to get into action over quickly. Okay. There could also be, with Mars semi-sextiling Uranus, just be careful and don't go too fast, and don't just jump into things without completely thinking about them. Okay, you could have that urgency and that exciting idea, but just make sure that you don't go overboard with the reactive actions. Okay, because Mars and Uranus together, there could be a little bit of unexpected consequences. Okay, so just pay attention to that. It's not a square, it's a semi-sextile, so it's more positive. So not too worried about that, but always like to mention that when I see Mars and Uranus together. And then we have the moon going into Leo. Again, more love, more self-expression, more getting into action. Okay, so it's definitely Wednesday is a day of action, maybe a little bit of tension and unexpected energy. So just play with it. Friday, we've got Venus squaring Neptune. So it's like, do I want to be practical or do I want to be dreamy? The two may be kind of arguing with each other in your mind and in your heart. Okay. So just when there's a square, I got a thumbs up from myself. Okay. When there is a square, you want to just slow down a little so that you can clear your mind, okay? Because squares really just create tension in our mind, and we just want to keep the flow clear so that our minds and our hearts are in alignment. And then you can do something that's both practical and dreamy, okay? And that's kind of where I operate. I like to, such a dreamer, but then I kind of bring it back into, okay, well, what's practical, right? And you can have that balance on Friday. The sun is conjunct Uranus. So again, maybe some more surprises. There's a lot of power, a lot of intensity in the air. You may really want to just get out into the world and move things forward, and be bold and daring. And that's a good thing. Okay. So, again, just modify your energy if you feel that you've got too much energy flowing in your body, maybe too much nervous tension. Okay, you need to run it through your body. So exercise may be a good way to do that. And then our mind is really focused on what structures are going to support all of this activity that we're doing. And how can we be responsible to these ideas, right? If we have these powerful ideas and we're taking action, how can we make sure that we're not wasting our time, right? That we're actually building something. So putting some structure behind it, okay? So that's kind of what's on our mind on Friday. Saturday and Sunday, I just want you to enjoy, chill out, and rest. Take care of your body and your soul. Because we've got a lot of Virgo energy, and the moon is going into Virgo. We have our first quarter moon in Virgo as well. And then Venus and Pluto are doing a little bit of a dance that can bring a little bit of tension. So just take care of your mind, of your body, of your soul. Go slow. Again, do the things that really matter and hone in on that so you can not scatter your energy and exhaust yourself. Sunday is a beautiful day to just enjoy the sunshine, maybe the ocean if you're close to it. It's a soulful Sunday, and it's a day to dream big. And that is the advice that I would give you for Sunday. So thank you for tuning in today. Drop your comments below. Let me know how you're feeling, if you resonate with the cards, or maybe the astrology is already guiding you towards something that's been on your mind. Drop it in the comments, and thank you for being here. We haven't done Tarot Tuesday Live in a while, and I'm rethinking Tarot Tuesday Live. So I'm actually rethinking a few of the activities that we do here at the Flow Frequency Collective, especially for my paid and my founding members. So sit tight. We're going to have a little bit of moving things around, but I'm excited with the direction, and I think it's also going to be more meaningful and rich for all of you who are supporters and members. So stay tuned. Have a beautiful week ahead. Bye-bye.